empty. So here we are, December 22nd, end of the year, last couple weeks of the year, about the last week of the year. Haven't been paid since summer for months. So if you go back to the wheat crop we planted last fall, harvested and delivered back in July, haven't been paid for that. Some of our 2021 corn and soybeans we delivered after that, between that and the harvest of 22, so late summer 22, haven't been paid for that. So haven't been paid for anything for months now. So what's the deal with that? We don't want any more income this year, so we're doing what's called hold pay. When we take stuff to the elevator, we're like, hey, we want to be hold pay the rest of the year on any old crop, or as we start harvest and deliver some stuff to town during harvest and in the couple months after harvest here in November and December, we'll say, hey, hold pay that until the 1st of January, and then we'll collect it then, which is a pretty common thing to do. Elevators write some big checks the first weeks of the year. And so in the middle of December, we go talk to our accountant, see how much federal and state income tax we're going to have to pay. Should we spend some more money before the end of the year? Should we trade some equipment we're thinking about or not, just to lower our tax liability? Now, the hold pay and all that is kind of kicking the can down the road some, because eventually it's going to catch up to you. You kind of get to where, or maybe you upgrade equipment when you don't even really need to, just to lower that tax burden. So it's all kind of a numbers game to figure out what you want to do there. So no, I haven't been paid for 4 or 5 months, but that's by design, by me and my dad and my tax guy. So that's the way we intend to do things. So what does that mean? So I'm going to get a huge influx of cash, like half or maybe more of the money, gross income that I will make in 2023, I'm going to get in the first week of January. So obviously there's a long way to go in a year running a business from the first week of January till the end of the year. So you're like, oh, I have all this money, I could do all this stuff. Well, no, you got to really look ahead. Here's all my fixed costs that I know I'm going to have, and then you kind of have an idea of what your variable costs are going to be. So you got to manage that cash flow. You're getting a huge chunk of money all at once, but it's not like you can just go spend it right away. So obviously this story here isn't, oh, woe is me, I haven't been paid for months. I'm just telling you why I don't pay myself for months at a time. And this is something we've done every year. I think pretty much every year I've been farming, we at least hold pay on anything delivered during harvest. If we're holding pay on crops stored in our bins from the previous year into the following financial year, that is good. We like that. That means we got a lot of money going around. So we don't want it all right now, because we don't want to pay that many taxes. We're talking 6-figure federal income tax. So those of you that farm or run your own businesses, I'm sure this makes all sense to you and is old hat, things you've probably experienced and done before. But those of you that don't know, just know why that's sometimes we don't pay ourselves to just to try to lower our tax burden a bit.